What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's time boy Adamslink. How you guys doing? Welcome to another video. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you guys are watching this video from. I hope you guys are doing okay. Well, before we start, of course, you saw the title of this video. We're going to get to that really soon. But I saw something really interesting concerning Nigerians in diaspora. Since we are discussing about Nigerians in diaspora today, because the issue we're going to discuss next also involve another Nigerian who lost her life over some really awkward incident that should have been avoided, and just pure wickedness made that woman lost her life. But firstly, check out this really interesting facts about Nigeria. According to Africa Fact Zone, they said Africa's largest remittance, money sent by citizens abroad in 2022 alone, last year alone, Egypt was number one on that list with $32 billion sent from outside to Egypt by Egyptians. Then guess who was the second on this list? Nigeria. Nigeria in diaspora sent a total of $21 billion. Wow. Then Morocco was next, 10 billion, with Ghana 4.7 billion, Kenya 4 billion, Tunisia 3, Senegal 2.9, Ethiopia 2.5, Algeria 1.8, Zimbabwe 1.66, Nigeria 21 billion. Nigerians living in diaspora sending money down to Nigeria for investment, for many other stuff, for family, for buildings, for weddings, for dash, for also for scams as well. 21 billion. That's to tell you the amount of contribution Nigeria contribute to the world global economy. Then let's talk about this really awkward incident that happened to a Nigerian woman. Her name is Ajike Owens, who was fatally shot by Susan Louise, a 58 years old woman. So I'm just going to explain the whole scenario as much as I can so that you guys will understand it. But firstly, let me read from how it was narrated. It said it was alleged that Susan threw a roller skate at one of Miss Owens' children and swung an umbrella at another during a heated exchange before they went to tell their mother. Mrs. Owens reportedly then went across the street to speak with the neighbor after hearing of the incident, at which point Susan is accused of firing through her door, shooting the mother of four, Mrs. Owens, who later died at the hospital from her injuries. Mrs. Owens' children had been playing in a field near an apartment complex in Ocala, Florida, on Friday when Susan began yelling at them to get off her land and calling them all sorts of names. The children then accidentally left. When they left there, they accidentally left an iPad behind after leaving the field. Although police said it was a pair of stakes before going back to fetch it. According to the police, Susan engaged in an argument with the children that was overheard by the neighbors. During this argument, Susan threw the roller skate and Mrs. Owens' 10-year-old son, striking the child in his toe. After this, when the child and his 12-year-old brother went to speak to her, she opened that door and the rest was history. So that's a woman And apparently the woman, Ajike Owens, she has a, she's kind of like, she has a trace to Nigeria. You know, you really, really have to be careful, and depending on the law as well, because she was charged with manslaughter, not murder. She was charged with manslaughter, endangerment, and so many other minor charges, but not murder. So she's not going to stay in jail for long. Or possibly, if she is in jail, the reason why the police even arrested her was because of her own safety. Because the protest was on. There was protest and the street was really on fire. That's why they even arrested her. If not, they wouldn't have arrested her. That is how I understand it. They wouldn't have arrested her. So they were arrested her for her own safety. You know, there's a law in Florida that protects your property and that protects you. And please, every Nigerian, every dark skin or someone of color, even be it white, please just know this and know well. Don't go to people's house to confront them, no matter what. Call the police and report the incident immediately. Let the police go there themselves. Please. I know you guys might not understand though. Some people say, why would I be saying such thing? Because the thing just happened to a mother of four kids. They just lost their mom. Well, they should have lost their mom if she just had called the police and reported the issue to the police that these also neighbors assaulted our own kids. Police would have come and maybe the woman would have even, all those scenarios would have happened. It's easy said than done, I know, but when the adrenaline inside, that's why you need to relax yourself because you remember you are in a country that everyone is allowed to have a firearm for protection. It was in her property. She can claim she was threatened, exactly what she's saying, and that Mrs. Owens in the past has assaulted her. That's what she's claiming now. You see, she can just claim self-defense because she was in her property. There's no way you're going to say this. She's going to win. If they are going to even try to make it look like, okay, they should kind of like find a way to compensate the public, that's exactly what they did. Charge her with manslaughter, not murder. That's exactly what they did. For me, she's going to go free because she was in her property. It's painful, but even in Nigeria, you cannot go to someone's house to fight that person. It is wrong. You cannot pack your things and go to someone's house to fight that person. Someone's property. Don't you know there's a law that protects you and your property in Nigeria? Somebody cannot come to your house. You might just think that person is a criminal or a thief or a hire killer. And what are you going to do? Won't you protect yourself? I feel extremely, really, really bad. But if we call a spade, then you guys will understand. I feel so bad for her and her kids, honestly. That woman is extremely wicked. But I don't see how they're going to charge that woman anyway. Well, for those of you who don't know, manslaughter means killing without intention. Yeah, she might say, I never knew she was the one. I thought they were carrying water. Finish, she was in her house. Well, except if the lawyer can argue that in court. But the majority of cases we have seen over the past few years, if someone is in his house, He has more power. Well, let's say move past that. Let me can leave a comment below and let me know exactly how you feel. And there is this lady that saw, no, this is a trendy video. This woman saw Prime Minister of Finland casually strolling in the street, casually, just like every other citizen. And because majority of human beings in so many other countries couldn't relate to that, that's exactly why this video is trendy. They can't relate to the fact that a prime minister, also known as president in Nigeria, casually walking in the street without security, nobody at all, just walking. And so many other people cannot relate. I myself, I cannot relate to a prime minister casually walking, just like walking one day in this very fine neighborhood and seeing the president, President Muhammadu Buhari, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Really, can that ever be possible? Casually walk and check if you will see your local government chairman. Just try that and see. If you will see your local government chairman, casually walk and see if you will see your senator, your House of Assembly in your state or not in the federal level. Casually walk and see if you are going to see any of your minister. Talk more of governor. Essays. We haven't even going far. Casually walk and see if you can see SA or a police officer, a DSP, ESP. Casually walk and see if you can see them. Talk more of a president. The police will be the first person to push you out of the way. You won't even get closer. Well, so people will also have something to say about it. They'll tell you, oh, it's their country. The country is safe. The country is this. They don't have many population and so many, give reasons for so many things. But thank you guys for watching. It's your boy, Adamslink. Wonderful day. Stay blessed.